use Daisy is I'm going to do a long textured bob. We're going to do some layers in there for her. We're going to go with her part. Now she normally parts this way, so we're going to go off of her part through the top. So we're going to go ahead and part that off that way. And we're going to create a horizontal part through the very top of her head. After this, we're going to go ahead and go from the corner here, and we're going to go straight behind the ear. So you're going to have this triangular part right there. Now what this does is it actually follows the contours of her head. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece from here, and we're going to do diagonal sections again. And we're going to go at a downward sloping diagonal. To the top. This is the fun part. Thank you. And I'm vertically challenged, so we're just going to have to deal with it. We're going to go straight through the center. Now we're going to deal with this mohawk. We're going to take the piece from the back. Remember, we had that cute little guide section back here. So we're just going to take a little tiny section there because we're going to use that as the guide through the top. We're going to pull it all the way up to the top, and here's where we're going to do some pretty deep point cutting. So we're actually going to go in at an angle. What we're going to do now is we're going to get it partially blown out. We're just going to do a really quick blow dry on it. I'm going to throw a little bit of product in it, and you can see what I use when I'm working with somebody who likes a lot of texture, and it's actually one of my very favorite products of all time. And it's an old product, but it's a good one. I am a Redken girl. I love Redken products, and for me, Rewind was one of the most amazing things. It's a pliable styling base. And the cool thing about this is that it's not super heavy in the hair. It is really good for styling somebody who has all types of hair. So we're talking about somebody who has fine hair, you don't want to put a whole bunch in it. Somebody with thicker hair, of course, you're going to put a little bit more. It's really, really, really flexible. It works really well. There's a slight build to it. It's a level 8, so that means that it's going to give you a level 8 pull. It means that it's going to be a little bit sticky and tacky, but it's not going to be to where you're going to hate having it in your hair, and it's not going to weigh your hair down, which is important when you've got fine hair, which is what Daisy's got. So what I usually do is I get it really worked into my palm, and you want to be able to do this thing. It's called spider webbing. So you want to be able to do a little bit of spider webbing. And what I usually do is I work it right into the root. And we're going to do this all the way throughout the hair. Because what it does is it grabs on and gives you that texture that you really, really, really want. And you don't have to have your hair texturized in order to do it. So Daisy right now doesn't have a But as you can tell, it gives a lot of texture. It gives the appearance of texture in the hair without having texture cut in. It disappears in the hair, so it's really nice and lightweight. It feels really good. It smells amazing. I love it. Up with that nice little scoop cut, created this really cool texture and movement throughout the hair. Now we're going to work on Daisy's bangs. We're going to go ahead and blow dry her out really quick because you don't ever cut bangs wet. What happens when your hair is wet, it stretches. So when it's wet, it's going to stretch, right? And you're thinking, oh, it's the great length, perfect length. No, it'll bounce right back up and it'll be like 10 times shorter than what you really want. We don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and blow dry them out really quick, and then we're going to give them a cut, and yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, so you can see that we finished up Daisy's bangs. I took a little bit more of that rewind, got it really nice and worked into my hands here. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to piece out some of her ends. Okay, so if you notice, it created this really fun shattered look. It's going to hold it, but at the same time, it's still going to move. It's flexible. It works awesome in wet or dry hair. The only thing I have to caution you about if you use it in dry hair is don't get too much in one area, otherwise it looks greasy. So you want to make sure that it's really worked into the ends. We're going to flick them out just a little bit. And last but not least, we're going to play with Daisy's bangs, make them really nice and smooth. We're going to blow dry her a little bit more, I think, and then we're going to spray her in place with one of my all-time favorite hairsprays, which is the Redken Fashion Work. The reason why I do that, I love that hairspray, is because I use it a lot on photo shoots. And it is amazing because it's a flexible hold, and it holds temporarily, and it holds really well. It has a hold factor of 12 out of 24, so it's really good. So halfway, you can still work with it. It's great when I work photo shoots, because a lot of times you're working quickly, and you don't want your hair to set and be shellacked.
Welcome to Gate Central Station. Trains for all gate destinations now boarded.